Check 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay.
Since it's time, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the sky. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young, or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine what this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting into the music's played by the madman. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Forever, or never. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Forever young. Some are like water, some are like the heat. Some are a melody and some are the beat. Sooner or later, they'll all be gone. Why don't they stay young? Oh, it's so hard to get old without a heart. I don't wanna perish like a faded horse. Youth's like diamonds in the sun, and diamonds are forever. So many adventures couldn't happen today. So many songs we forgot to play. So many dreams are singing out of the blue. We let them come true. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Forever, or never. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Forever, or never. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever? Forever young.
Hi, my name is Brandon Dowler. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Please be sure.
I'm glad we got security here. We might get rushed tonight. Check, check. Huh? that's not me. That's that was there when that was here when I got here. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2 1 2. Check. Check. It's up too loud. Check. Check 1 2. The 2017, 2018. do with those. The 2017-2018 SIAC West Division champion Central State Marauders are on the air. Today's game is being brought to you by Profiler Performance Products, Central State University, the Gem City Sports Network, and by a Special Wish Foundation Dayton. And now, let's head courtside for all the play-by-play action of Central State Marauder basketball. Here's Doug Brown.
Profiler.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Central State Marauder basketball. As tonight, the Marauders will take on the Morehouse Maroon Tigers from Atlanta, Georgia. The Maroon Tigers come into this game with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, 8-1 overall. They are ranked 15th in the country as of right now. Wow. Central State having a tough go of it this year, and they can change the landscape around here with a victory tonight. They are 0-5 in the SIAC, 1-9 overall. Like I said, they're having a tough time, and they can really change things around, get that momentum back on their side with a victory tonight. The Morehouse averages 82.4 points per game. It gives up 63.6. Central State, on the other hand, they score 71 points per game and give up 81. Last year they met at this same time last year, and down in Atlanta, and Morehouse won 88-66. The Maroon Tigers, they are 3-1 since Central State moved into joined the SIAC, and they've won 3 in a row. The Central State won their first game, the first meeting when they went into the SIAC, and then that was here. The last 3 have been on the road. One was in the SIAC tournament. On Saturday afternoon, Morehouse defeated Kentucky State down in Frankfort, 90-63, and Clark Atlanta defeated Central State in a tough one here at Beacon Lewis. Clark Atlanta won 78-71. We're going to take a break. Be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Marauder Basketball on your home for Marauder Athletics, Gem City Sports Network.
Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From 2-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about A Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children. Back here at Beacon Lewis Gym on the campus of Central State University. We're just a couple of minutes away from getting started here. The final game before the Christmas break, and then it's a 3-game road trip for the Central State Marauders. They will go to Goshen, Indiana on the 28th, Payne on the 31st, and Benedict on January 2nd, and then they return home for a January 7th meeting with Shawnee State right here at Beacon Lewis Gym. After that, a lot of the games are at home, so I hope you can join us out here at the gym and have a good time. Ladies, they took it on the chin today up at Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State, they were ranked like 8th in the country, but they're on their way home, and hope they're going to be listening in today on the way home. The next up for the Morehouse is a date on the Saturday, December the 29th, when they go to Livingstone, and of course we told you about the Central State Marauders starting a 3-game road trip at Goshen, Indiana. So we're just a couple of minutes away. We're going to take another break. Be right back after this timeout. You're listening to the Central State Marauders on the Gem City Sports Network.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From 2-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
Getting ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem here. A small crowd on hand here at Beacon Lewis Gym. It's kids are gone, students are gone, and so sparse crowd. A lot of room to roam here tonight at Beacon Lewis, and then starting next week or in a couple of weeks, the students will be back, and this place will be rocking and rolling. So the Maroon Tigers, they lead the Eastern Division with a 2-1 record, 8-1 overall. Albany State is in second at 2-1. They're 3-9 overall. Clark Atlanta 1-2, 3-6 overall. Fort Valley State is 1-2, 2-11 overall. Benedict is 0-2 and 1-8 overall. Payne is 0-3 and 1-9 overall. In the West Division, Lane leads everybody at 4-0. In the conference, 7-3 overall. Miles is at 3-0 and 5-3 overall. Lemoyne Owen, 3-1, who we've already played. We'll play them again here. They're 3-1 and 4-1 overall. Tuskegee is at 2-0 and 4-5 overall. Spring Hill is at 1-0, 5-4 overall. Kentucky State, they are 1-0, and I don't think that game counted in the conference on Saturday. And then Central State is at 0-5, 1-9 overall. So, teams are heading back to their respective benches, and we're going to have the starting lineups and the national anthem here pretty quickly. Maroon Tigers wearing maroon jerseys with white numbers, white stripes. So the Maroon Tigers will be going from right to left on your dial to start, and the Marauders will be going from left to right. And there's a buzzer. We're going to have our national anthem. Like I said, a small crowd on hand here at the gym tonight. And coming up on the 7th, though, I'm sure that this place will be rocking with Shawnee State in town. So here's our national anthem. Our national anthem here at Beacom Lewis Gym as we are getting set for the tip-off of tonight's ball game between the Marauders and the Maroon Tigers. Robert Andrews, a junior from Detroit, Michigan, and Oakland Community College. Next up will be Michael Olmert. He averages 11 points per game. Andrews averages 12. Olmert from Atlanta, Georgia. Also number 21. And that is Cairo Whitfield from Atlanta, Georgia. He averages 3.5 points per game. Number 23, Terrell Gooden. He averages 2.6 points per game. And number 24, Omar Olston. He leads the team at 16.3. Omar is from Atlanta, Georgia. Now for the Central State Marauders, Tom Johnson, who averages 7.6 points per game. And he is from Chicago, Illinois. We had him on the other day. Next up is Orion Montfort from the Pride of Lima, from Lima Perry High School. Orion is averaging 9.8 points per game. Now Quentin Glaspie. Glaspie averages 2 points per game. He is from Detroit, Michigan, and LaSalle Collegiate. Dorian Crutcher is from Elyria, Ohio. He averages 13.4 points per game. And finally, bringing the final guy is Michael Reeves. He averages 6.9. He's a freshman from Gahanna Lincoln High School in Gahanna, Ohio. So the Maroon Tigers wearing their maroon jerseys with white numbers and white stripes down the sides. The Central State Marauders wearing their gold jerseys with maroon or white numbers and maroon trim. So sit back and enjoy tonight's game between the Maroon Tigers and your Central State Marauders. Tipping it off will be for it'll be Alston and Reeves going up, tipping it up for their respective teams. And there's the buzzer, and we are set to go. And we are underway, and the tip is controlled by the Maroon Tigers, and it's taken away by Dorian Crutcher. Crutcher will get it to Johnson. Johnson on the move. Johnson kicks it back out. Top goes to Glaspie for three. He drains it, and the Marauders lead it 3-0. Quickly into the front court comes Olmert, and a whistle and a foul. It's going against Tom Johnson. That'll be his first and the team's first. .19:39 left here in the first half, just underway at Beacom Lewis Gym. Olmert goes over to the right side, gets to Andrews. Andrews dishes down low to Whitfield. Whitfield puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Alston. And now another ball taken away, this time by Crutcher. Crutcher gets it down court, all the way down to Gillespie. Now he'll get it to Johnson, and Johnson will set up the offense. Johnson goes over to the far side to Montford. Here's a shot no good by Crutcher. 19 minutes left here in the first half. Down goes to Alston. Alston drives no good. Rebound right there is Whitfield, and he can't get it to go. Ball taken away. Shot goes up and in by Whitfield, and it's 3-2. Moving too fast, I can't keep up with it. Here's Montford on the far side. Montford goes into the corner, left corner, hands it off to Reeves, and Reeves going to be called for the travel. That'll turn the ball back over to the Maroon Tigers. Olsen will inbound it. He'll get it into Olmert, and Olmert into the front court right side. 3-2's our score. Central State leading it. Olmert gets it over to the near side to Andrews. Now down into the paint it goes to Alston. Puts it up and gets it to go. Alston gives the Maroon Tigers a 4-3 lead. Into the corner it goes to Crutcher. Back out top goes to, they move the ball around over to Montford on the far side. Montford gets it to Crutcher. Crutcher will bring it back out. Now over into the corner it goes to Montford. Montford to Gillespie for three. A little too hard. Rebound comes down to Gooden of the Maroon Tigers. Up onto the far side it goes to Andrews into the right corner. Brings it back out. Gets it over to Olmert to the left side. Now down into the low post. Now underneath it goes, and Tremel Gooden is going to get his first two of the night, and it's 6-3. 17:21 remaining here in the first half. Here's Gillespie. Gillespie gets it over to the left side, and shot goes up and rattles around and out, and it's picked up by Johnson. Johnson's going to bring it around underneath the basket, kick it over to Montford. Montford's going to drive the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. Orion Montford makes it 6-5 with 16:55 remaining in the first half. Coming over to the left side, it goes to Andrews. Andrews back over to Olmert, over to the far side to Gooden. Gooden's going to drive the lane, loses it, picked up by the Marauders. Here comes Johnson on the fly into the front court, going down the lane. Now back out to Montford for three. Got it! Montford 5 points on the night. It's 8-6 in favor of the Central State Marauders. Into the front court comes Olmert. Now over to the left side, or to the right side to Gooden. Back out top to Olmert. Olmert stops. Gets it down low. Ball taken away. Knocked away. Picked up by the Maroon Tigers. Now here's Andrews. Fires up a three. Got it. Robert Andrews gets in the book. And it's 9-8 with 16 minutes to go. Ball goes off the foot of somebody. Now there's a scramble picked up by the Maroon Tigers, and it goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Maroon Tigers. And timeout is called on the court with 15:53 remaining here in the first half. It is Morehouse 9 and Central State 8. Back after this. Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see? Every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments, it doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
9-8 is our score. The Marauders shooting 50% from the field, 3 for 6, and three-pointers are 2 for 4. Scores for Morehouse, they are 4 of 9 for 44%, 1 for 1 from the three-point range. 15:53 left here in in the first half. Inbounding it is Shabazz Abram, and a whistle and a foul, and going against Michael Ulmert's going to pick up his first foul, team's first. Then the Marauders will inbound it on the far side. Dorian Crutcher will inbound it for Central State. He'll get it into Johnson. Johnson will bring it up and throws it away right in front of us. And I thought he was coming across the table here. Anyway, the Maroon Tigers will inbound it. Andrews on the far side. Andrews dishes down low. Now out top. Down low to Evan Ebam. And it's now 11-8. All the way down comes to Monfort. Monfort over to the right side. Crutcher fires up a three. In and out. Rebound comes down to Ebenham. Now into the corner to Andrews. Down low. Goes to Alston. Up and in. Goes to Ulmert. And Morehouse pulling away a little bit. Now down low goes to Reeves. Reeves back out. His pass taken away by Alston. Alston on the move. Alston's going to drive the lane. Puts it up off the glass and in. Alston, 4 points for him. And it's 15-8. Here's Monfort. Monfort out near midcourt. Gets it over to Johnson. Now he is at midcourt. Directing traffic. Coming over to the right side. Now dished over to Reeves. He's going to fire up a three. A little too hard. Rebound comes down to Monfort. Monfort in the left side. Puts up a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Andrews for Morehouse. Here comes Maroon Tigers. Ulmer brings it back out. Gets it over to Ebenham. And shot no good. Another shot no good. Rebound comes down to Morehouse, and Kyra Whitfield's going to be fouled. He's going to be fouled by Quentin Gillespie, his first, team's second. So Whitfield's going to go to the line for two. Whitfield, a 33% free throw shooter. He's going to shoot two with 14:08 to go. Misses the first one. Into the game for the Marauders comes Clarkson and Martin Oliver, as well as Stacy Witt. 15:08 remaining here, or 14:08 remaining here in the first half. 15-8, a 7-point Morehouse lead. Second shot is up and in. So Whitfield has 3 points. Now into the game comes James Walker. He averages 9 points per game. Johnson will inbound it. Gets it into Clarkson, and Clarkson will try to get it back to Johnson. It was knocked away. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson's going to go to the left side. Oliver fires up a three. Got it! Martin Oliver right off the bench and into the books. 15-11 with 13:50 to go. Alston. Now down low, into the corner to even them. And shot no good. Rebound comes down to the Marauders. 16-11 is our score. Back out top, it goes to Johnson. Being picked up by Olmer. Now here's Gillespie. Gillespie drives and it's going to go out of bounds off of, looks like it's going to go off of Walker, and the Marauders are going to have it underneath their own basket. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As Johnson will inbound it. Has to get it in. Finally gets it in to Witt. Witt will get it to Clarkson. Clarkson out near midcourt. 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to fire it up. He does, and off the mark, and a shot clock violation. They just didn't have they didn't have that, didn't look at it at the shot clock, I guess. Here's Olmer, left side. Gets it over to Evenham. Back out top to Olmer. Olmer goes left side. Little spin move. Drives the lane. Puts it up and in. Olmer, 4 points for him. And it's 18-11 with 12:47 remaining in the first half. Johnson up the right side. Johnson will bring it now across over to Clarkson. Now over to Gillespie. Gillespie throws it away over and back. And it's going to turn the ball back over to the Maroon Tigers. Coming into the game will be Malik Fisher for the Marauders, and sitting down will be Gillespie. Here comes Olmert into the front court. Gets it over to Andrews. Andrews back over to Olmert. Olmert's going to drive. Drives the lane. Kicks it down low to Alston. Alston's going to be fouled. And foul is going right on against Malik Fisher. That'll be his first, team's third. Morehouse will inbound it underneath their own basket as Crutcher will come back in. And sitting down will be Tom Johnson. So we have coming into the game will be Keith Hurd for Morehouse. As trainers are going to check him out, check out one of the players, and that would be Omar Alston. Over to the far side to Ebert. They move the ball around. Here's Olmert into the corner. It goes to Walker. Walker tries to drive baseline. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound right there. It goes off of Morehouse, and it's going to go back over to the Marauders. 18-11 is our score. 12:05 remaining here in the first half. Morehouse leading it. Ball comes in and almost taken away from Witt. The ball knocked away from behind as Witt was not aware that Walker was behind him. And Walker knocked it away, and the Marauders will keep it. As Martin Oliver will inbound it for Central State with 12:01 left here in the first half. Clarkson gets it over to Crutcher. Now over into the corner it goes and knocked it. As Oliver tried to get it inside to Fisher, and it was knocked out of bounds. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Ball comes into Clarkson. Clarkson gets it down to Witt. Cross court to Oliver. Firing up a three. A little too hard. Rebound comes down. Nice job by Malik Fisher. Underneath. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound batted out. And a scramble for it underneath. And it's batted out of bounds by Fisher. And it's going to be Maroon Tiger ball as Kendall Walker comes into the game. And a timeout on the court with 11:35 remaining here in the first half. It's the Marauders trailing 18-11. Back after this. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving.
Here we go. As Kendall Walker will bring it up. Gets it over to the near side to Andrews. Andrews into the paint. It goes to James Walker. Back out. Shot by Kendall Walker for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Battle forward. Picked up by the Maroon Tigers in the backcourt. There's Andrews over to the near side to Walker. Walker's going to drive baseline. Puts it up, and he's going to be fouled by Stacy Witt. And that'll be Witt's first. His first, team's fourth. And that's going to send James Walker to the line to shoot two. Walker's a 58.3% free throw shooter, and this is the first one. James Walker out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Gets the ball back again. Second shot goes up, and that's also no good. Ball batted out, picked up by Andrews. Andrews is going to fire up a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Walker. Walker lays it up and in. James Walker gets 2 points, and it's a 9-point lead for the Maroon Tigers. There's Fisher on the Fisher getting it out to Witt. Witt right side of the elbow. Ball knocked away by Andrews. Andrews is going to drive, puts it up, and tried to stuff it. No good. As Walker's right there, James Walker is right there to put it up, back up and in. That's a 11-point lead for Morehouse. As coming back into the game is Michael Reeves. Witt will sit down. Marauders will keep the ball on the far side. 27 seconds on the shot clock as Oliver will inbound it, gets it into Clarkson. Clarkson goes to left side, now comes over to the right side. Now tries to drive the middle lane, loses the ball, picked up. Down low, goes to Crutcher. Crutcher's going to be, slams it home, and a whistle. A warning against Crutcher for hanging on the rim, or delay a game. So Crutcher's going to be a delay a game warning as he hit the ball, knocked it away. So it's back to a 9-point lead, 22-13. Morehouse leading it. Crowd filing in, just a small crowd. Over to the far side, it goes to Kendall Walker. Walker's going to drive the lane. Now kicks it back over into the corner. It goes to Evenham. Now back out top to Andrews. Andrews into the middle. Back over to Evenham. Right side, left side, no good. He tried to drive the lane. Couldn't do so. Here comes Oliver. Oliver's going to drive. Puts it up off the glass and in. 5 points for Martin. Morehouse moving the ball around. Andrews has it. Andrews going to drive. Puts it up. Count the basket in one for Robert Andrews. Foul's going against Michael Reeves. That'll be his first, team's fifth. As coming back into the game will be Michael Olmert for Morehouse and Quentin Glaspie for the Marauders. Andrews going to the line for the and one. 24-15 is our score. 9-point lead for the Maroon Tigers with 9:39 remaining in the first half. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound batted out, picked up by Oliver for Central State. Oliver will bring it up into the front court, set up the offense. Comes over to the right side. Now picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Glasgow. Now cross court. Goes to Crutcher for three. Got it. 5 points for him, and it's 24-18, and that's a good way to get back into this game quickly. Now into the corner it goes. Goes to Hurd. Back out top to Ulmer. Ulmer to the right side to Evenham. Now inside goes to Hurd. Back to Evenham. He's going to fire up a shot. No good. Ball batted around, picked up by the Marauders. It's a jump ball. It's going to stay with Central State with 8:54 left. Now into the game comes Omar Alston. And Andrews will sit down. Martin Oliver will inbound it for the Marauders. He'll get it into Crutcher, and Crutcher will bring it up. A little bit of pressure by the Maroon Tigers. Now over to Oliver. Oliver will get it to Clarkson. Clarkson goes left side. Now comes over to the right side. Down the middle of the lane, kicks it back out. Shot by Oliver for three. In and out. Rebound comes down to Gillespie. He loses it. And it's picked up by Alston. Alston, he loses it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Maroon Tigers. Cairo Whitfield back into the game for the Maroon Tigers, and coming in also is Devontae Butler for Morehouse, and also for the Marauders will be Tom Johnson. Ibidam will inbound it. Gets it all the way out near midcourt to Ulmer. Ulmer will set up the offense as Montford will come in next whistle. Even on the far side, back over to Ulmer. Ulmer goes right side, now picks up his dribble. Clarkson now steals the ball away from him, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Marauders. Montford coming in, and Oliver will sit down. Clarkson will inbound it to Johnson into the backcourt. And Clarkson will get the ball back again. Still in the backcourt, and he gets it across. Gets it over to Reeves to Johnson. Back over to Clarkson. Clarkson dishes down low to Reeves. Reeves, little spin move, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Alston. Alston will bring it up for Morehouse on the fly up the left side. Now, little spin move down the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound again. Alston tips it up and in. A couple of shots by Alston, and he finally got it to go in. 6 points for him, and it's an 8-point lead, 26-18. A timeout called by the Marauders, and we're going to take a timeout too. Be right back after this timeout. It is 26-18 Morehouse.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
The Central State Marauders will go on a 3-game road trip starting on the 28th when they travel over to Goshen, Indiana, and then a trip down to South Carolina to Payne and Benedict. First half, right now, the Marauders are shooting just 38%, 38.9%, 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 12 from the three-point range for 33%. Morehouse, 12 of 29 for 41.4%, and 1 for 4 from the three-point range and also the free throw line. Ball comes into Clarkson. Clarkson will try to drive the lane, puts it up, or tried to get it over to Reeves, and it goes right through his hands, picked up by Morehouse. Olmert drives the baseline, kicks it back out. Shot goes up and in by Omar Alston. He's got 8 points, and it's 28-18. Back to a 10-point lead as Johnson brings it up into the front court. Johnson on the far side. Now over to Glaspie. Glaspie looking inside. Glaspie gets it to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. They tried to get it to Reeves. Reeves was moving towards the basket, and they threw it away. And that turns the ball back over to the Maroon Tigers. As now we're having a conference. As coming into the game will be Robert Andrews. And Shabaze Ebenham is out. So 6:44 left here in the first half as one of the officials came over to talk to their head coach in Grady Brewer. As the Maroon Tigers will bring it up, they lead it by 10 with 6:40 to go in the first half. Olmert gets it over to the near side. It goes over to Butler. Butler into the corner to Alston. They move the ball around over to Andrews on the right side. Now down low. A whistle and a traveling call going against Cairo Whitfield. And it's going to turn the ball back over to Central State. Central State has 5 fouls compared to 1 for the Maroon Tigers. Inbound comes to Monfort. Monfort will get it back to Johnson, and Johnson will bring it up for Central State. 6:21 remaining in the first half. He finally gets it across, comes over to the right side. Now brings it back out, being hounded there by Whitfield. Johnson loses it, gets it into the corner, goes to Clarkson. Clarkson down low. Ball taken away by Alston. Now shot goes up and in by Olmert. They're working on. They're on all cylinders now. 30-18 in favor of Morehouse with 5:48 to go. Johnson went right through the hands of Reeves, but luckily Glaspie was right there to get it. There's Clarkson over to Glaspie. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Down low, goes to Reeves. Reeves puts it up. Got it to go with 1 second on the shot clock. Got his first 2 of the night, and it's 30-20 with 5:20 left in the first half. Olmert into the front court, gets it over to the near side. It goes to Butler. Now down low as Whitfield tried to get it down to Alston, and there was nobody there. Xavier Brewer coming into the game for the first time tonight for the Maroon Tigers. Ball comes in to Johnson. Johnson will bring it up. 5:05 remaining in the first half. 30-20 is our score. Johnson directing traffic. Now gets it over to Glaspie. Glaspie top of the key. Now gets it to Monfort. Monfort left side of the elbow. Now back over to Glaspie. Glaspie's going to drive. Kicks it over to Clarkson. Fires up a 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line. Kicks it over to the far side. Shot goes up and it's blocked. But Glaspie gets it right to Witt. Witt puts it up and in. Stacy Witt gets his first 2, and it's down to an 8-point lead. Here comes Olmert into the front court. Olmert's going to drive, kicks it into the left corner. They fire up a long 3, way off the mark, and a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go against, looks like it's going to go against Alston of the, oh, wow. He's going to be called on Glaspie. That'll be his second. Crutcher and Oliver coming into the game for the Marauders. 6 fouls now for Central State. 30-22 is our score. Ball comes into Andrews. Andrews will bring it back out. Now gets it over to Ulmer. Ulmer, left side, goes over to Hurd. Alston. There. A kick ball, and it's going to be a kick ball against the Maroon Tigers. That'll turn the ball back over to the Marauders. Full court pressure by Morehouse. Johnson will bring it in with 4:13. Johnson gets it into Montford. Montford picked up there by Butler. Butler all over him. He gets it across. Montford's going to drive, kicks it over to Witt. Witt has a jump ball, and it's going to belong to Morehouse. With 4:01 left in the first half. 30-22. Morehouse leading it. Morehouse 8-1 coming into this one. Central State 1-9. They're hanging right in there with them. As Ulmer into the front court, directing traffic, gets it over to the near side to Andrews. Down low to the low post. It goes to Alston. Now he tries to get it down low to Brewer, and a whistle and a jump ball. It's going to belong to the Marauders with 3:45 to go. And another timeout called on the court with 3:45 remaining. It's Morehouse 30 and Central State 22 back after this. Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see? Every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments. It doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Profiler Performance Products by Central State University, a Special Wish Foundation Dayton, and by the Gem City Sports Network. Central State will have the ball with 3:45 remaining in the first half as Johnson will get it in, gets it into Montford, and he'll hand it back to Johnson. Johnson being picked up by Olmert. Now gets it into the front court at the free throw line, kicks it back over to Oliver. Oliver to Montford. Montford, top of the key, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson looking inside. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson, little spin move, gets to Witt. Witt's going to drive, kicks it back out to Oliver. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oliver's going to drive the lane, puts it up, and no good. And it didn't hit the cylinder. And it's going to be a shot clock violation against the Marauders, and they'll turn it back over. All the way down, comes to Andrews on the right side. Andrews goes into the corner, dishes down low to James Walker, back out to Andrews. They move the ball around. Here comes Olmert. Olmert into the paint, now drives right side, kicks it over to Andrews. Andrews, jump shot, no good, little too hard off the back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Oliver. Oliver will get it over to Johnson. Johnson into the front court. Johnson's going to drive the lane, puts it up, and gets it to go. Tom Johnson, coast to coast. He gets his first two, and it's down to a 6-point lead. Ball comes out to Alston, and a three-point shot no good by Walker, James Walker, and it's rebounded, comes down to Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Montford on the left side. Back out top to Johnson. 2:29 left here in the first half. As ball comes out to Crutcher. Crutcher gets it to Montford from the free throw line, puts it up, a little too short off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to the Maroon Tigers. Into the corner goes to Andrews. Andrews gets it over to Butler to Olmert. Olmert right side of the elbow. Now to Butler. Now down low goes to James Walker. Walker loses it, and it's picked up by the Marauders. All the way down court. Here comes Crutcher. He's going to slam it down. And it's down to a 4-point lead for the Maroon Tigers with 1:50 left in the first half. Crutcher slammed that home with authority too, and a timeout called by Grady Brewer for the Maroon Tigers. And it's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Coming up tomorrow night on the Gem City Sports Network, we'll have high school basketball as the Miamisburg Vikings will take on the Wayne Warriors from Wayne High School. Tip-off set for 7:30. Then on Wednesday night, it'll be girls' night out as the Tippecanoe Red Devils will take on the Vandalia Butler Aviators from the Student Activity Center at Butler High School. Then on Thursday, we travel over to Enon, Ohio, as the Green and Knights will host the Southeastern Trojans in a Ohio Heritage Conference game. Then on Friday night, we travel up to Milton Union for a Southwestern Buckeye League battle between the Mohawks of Middletown Madison and the Bulldogs of Milton Union. Then we close it out on Saturday with a girls matchup between the Lady Warriors of Wayne and Northmont at Wayne. All the games for you right here on the Gem City Sports Network, radio1.gemcitysports.com. Abenham back into the game for the Maroon Tigers. He'll get it into Olmert. Olmert back over to Ebenham. He's going to drive baseline, brings it back out. Down low goes to Alston. Alston's going to drive, shot no good. Rebound comes down to Oliver. Oliver's going to be fouled, and it's going to go against Shabazzi Abenham. That'll be his first team's only team's second. With 1:32 left in the first half. Oliver's got to get the ball, or Oliver does get the inbound pass. He'll get it back again from Johnson. Johnson was double teamed with Oliver. The ball, they had a full court press going on, and they had the trap going on. Here comes Ebenham. Cross court goes out to Olmert. Olmert to the right side. Now he'll get it back again. Gets it out to Walker. Walker fires up a three and drains it. James Walker picks up his ninth point with less than a minute to go. 33-26 is our score. Johnson will bring it up. He's got to hurry it up. He gets it across. Now gets it over to Oliver. Oliver into the corner. Goes to Reeves. Reeves can't get it to go. Couldn't get the layup to go. Here comes Alston. Lays it up. Can't get it to go. Battle for it. And Alston gets his rebound out. Shot goes up and no good. And another shot no good. Maroon Tigers just dominating the boards right now. Shot clock off with 24 seconds left in the first half. 33-26 is our score. There's Olmert out near midcourt. 10 seconds left in the half. He's guarded there he's now double teamed, and the ball's taken away by the Marauders. Here comes Montford. He's got to put it up and can't get it to go. So at the end of one half of play, it's the Maroon Tigers 33 and the Central State Marauders 26. Do a quick stat here real quick. Andrews has 5 points. Abenham has 2 points. Walker 9. Olmert has 4 points. Whitfield has 3. Terrell Gooden has 2 points, and Omar Austin has 8. For the Central State Marauders, Tom Johnson has 2 points. Martin Oliver has 5, as does Orion Montford. Quentin Gillespie has 3 points. Dorian Crutcher has 7. Stacy Witt 2, and Michael Reeves 2. We're going to take a break and be back right after this timeout. You're listening to Central State Marauder Basketball on the Gem City Sports Network. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation, Dayton, is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
$33-26 is our score. And we will be back. We're going to have some Nat sound for a little bit. We're going to have some Nat sound here for a little bit. Be right back after this. mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Profiler Performance Products is
Back here at Beacon Lewis Gym on the campus of Central State University. It's 33-26 at the half. Here are the stats as we have them. The official stats. Robert Andrews for Morehouse has 5 points. Michael Olmert has 6. Cairo Whitfield has 3. Tremel Gooden has 2. Omar Alston has 8. Shabaze Ibenham has 2 points. James Walker has 7 for a total of 33. They are 15 of 40 from the field for 37.5%. 2 of 7 from the three-point range, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line. For the Central State Marauders, Tom Johnson has 2 points. Orion Montford has 5. Quentin Glaspie has 3. Dorian Crutcher has 7 to lead the team. Michael Reeves has 2. Martin Oliver 5. And Stacy Witt has 2. A total of 26. They are 11 of 27 from the field for 40.7%. 4 of 13 from three-point range. And they have yet to go to the free throw line. They were out-rebounded 24-18. And steals are the steals 7-5 in favor of Morehouse. We're going to take another break. Be back in a few minutes with the second half. You're listening to Marauder Basketball on the Gem City Sports Network.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than cooking up a big meal for the whole family and lots of friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in our country who struggle with hunger. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids. But they can't do it without your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back here at Beacom Lewis Gym, 33-26 is our score. The lead has changed 3 times, and Morehouse led by 12, by as much as 12 in the first half, and Central State by as much as 3, and that was early. So we're about ready to get started here for the second half. The Marauders, I think Morehouse will have the ball to start the second half. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Be right back after this.
Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
Back here at Beacom Lewis Gym, Morehouse will have the ball to start the second half. They lead at 33-26. This will be the final game of the final game before the Christmas break, and then they will return to action on the 28th when they travel to Goshen at 7 o'clock. And then they travel down to Payne for a 3 o'clock affair on the 31st. And then over to Benedict on the 2nd before they return home to take on Shawnee State. Tip-off here is at 7:30. Hope you can join us here at Beacom Lewis Gym for that one. The students will be back. This place will be rocking and rolling. So the Maroon Tigers have Gooden, Olmert, Andrews, Whitfield, and Alston out there. The Marauders will send out Johnson, Montford, Glaspie, Reeves, and Crutcher. There we go. Olmert gets it over to Andrews on the right side of the elbow. Dishes down low into the paint to Alston. Alston puts it up and in. 10 points for Alston, and it's 35-26. Reeves down in the middle, blocked by Whitfield, picked up by the Maroon Tigers. Now here's Reeves, takes it, slams it down with authority. Reeves makes it 35-23 or 28. Here's Olmert right in front of me. Now they move the ball around over to the other side to Gooden. Back out to Olmert. Olmert right side, kicks it into the corner. It goes to Whitfield. Back out to Olmert. Over to Andrews. Fires up a 3. In and out. Rebound comes down to Reeves. Here comes Johnson. Johnson right side. Johnson's going to dish it off to Crutcher. Crutcher over to Reeves. He can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to the Maroon Tigers. Ball as Olmert had his pocket pick. Here's shot for 3, no good by Glaspie, and a whistle on a foul. Foul's going against Montford. That'll be his first, team's first of the quarter, or first of the half. 35-28 with 18:40 remaining in the first half, or second half. As ball goes over to Andrews on the far side. Now down to the top of the key. Goes over to Whitfield. Whitfield will hand off to Gooden. Gooden will move a little bit of a weave going on. Olmert dishes down low to Alston. Alston drives, tried to get it into Hit down low, and it was knocked away. Here comes ball batted out of bounds by Reeves. It's going to stay with the Maroon Tigers with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounding it will be Gooden. Ball comes into Alston, or to shot goes up, and the ball taken away by Johnson. Johnson on the move. Johnson over to the left side. Crutcher fires up a three. Got it! Well, that's Montford. Montford, 8 points and down to a 4-point lead for the Maroon Tigers. Down low it goes to Whitfield. Whitfield back out to Ulmer. Ulmer to Andrews from the free throw line. Dishes down low, and slamming it home is Kyra Whitfield. 5 points for him, and it's back to a 6-point lead, 37-31. Marauders still in this. They got down, but they battled back. Here's Montford. Montford stops. Kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive baseline. Now kicks back over. Shot by Glaspie for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Crutcher. Crutcher over to Glaspie. Glaspie tries to drive, and a whistle and a foul. And looks like Glaspie's going to the line to shoot two. Foul's going against Omar Alston. That'll be his first, team's first. And that's going to send Glaspie to the line to shoot two. Glaspie on the year is a 100% free throw shooter. There's the first shot, and he continues to be 100%. Glaspie is now 3 for 3 from the line. 17-14 remaining in the second half. 37-32. Morehouse leading it. Glaspie's second shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes down to Alston. Alston gets it to Ulmer. Ulmer into the front court, comes into the corner. A shot for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson, and we have a whistle and a foul. Foul's going against Glaspie. That'll be his third. And it'll be inbounds by the Maroon Tigers. Ball goes over to the left side. Shot goes up for three, no good. Rebound comes down. Johnson has it. Scramble for it underneath the basket. And it's going to be Central State ball. So Central State will have the ball with 16:57 remaining in the second half. So they have to wipe the floor off with some moisture that's right underneath the basket where they went down. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night from Wayne High School when the Miamisburg Vikings take on the Wayne Warriors. Boys basketball and GWalk action. Have it for you right here on radio1.gemcitysports.com. So Crutcher will inbound it for the Marauders underneath the Morehouse basket. He'll get it into Montford. Montford will get it to Johnson. Johnson will have to hurry it up. He's only got about 3 seconds to get it across. Finally gets it across as he's directing traffic on the left side here. It's going to go right side. Still dribbling it. Now he comes back across. Here's Glaspie. Glaspie's going to drive, kicks it into the corner for Crutcher for three. Got it! Crutcher 10 points on the night, and it's a 2-point Morehouse lead, 37-35. Into the corner goes. Shot. Batted out. Blocked. And now it's thrown away. Ball taken away by Crutcher. Crutcher to Johnson. Johnson on the move. Central State. Here's Crutcher for three. Got it! And the Marauders lead it 38-37 with 16 minutes remaining in the contest. The crowd coming alive. Ball goes over to Ulmer. Over to the left side to Andrews. Andrews looking inside. Back out top to Ulmer. Ulmer drives the right side of the lane and a whistle and a travel or a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Morehouse. I thought he traveled with the ball there for a second. And timeout on the court with 15:54 remaining. The Marauders lead at 38-37. Back after this.
A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region, granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
$38-37 is our score.
Profiler Performance Products is an all...
No, hold on, Stan. You got to hold off on that one. 38-37 is our score with 15:44 remaining in the second half. Central State down by as much as 12. And they are now shooting 50%. They were shooting 50% in that second half to just 28% for the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. The largest lead was 12 points by Morehouse in that first half. Ball comes in. There's Olmert getting to Walker. Walker fires up a three. No good. Rebound comes down. It's batted out. Picked up by Olmert. Olmert over to the left side. Now Andrews has it. Back out top to Olmert. Olmert setting up the offense. Gets it over to Evenham. He'll bring it back out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Down low it goes to Alston. Back out to Evenham for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Johnson. Johnson will bring it up for the Marauders on the move. He's going to drive the lane. Kicks it down low to Reeves. Reeves loses it. Picks it up. Puts it back up and in. Boy, the confidence is showing right now, and the Marauders leading by three. There's Alston, gets it over to Olmert. Olmert, right side of the elbow. Now he's going to try and drive the lane, kicks it over to Andrews on the left side. Andrews back over to Olmert. Olmert's going to drive left side, kicks it into the corner. Shot in and out. Rebound comes down, and a whistle and a foul. Foul's going against Montford. That'll be his second, team second, or third. As Clarkson will come back in. Johnson will sit down. 14:40 left in this second half. The Marauders lead it by three. Small crowd, but I tell you what, it's going to get loud in here. So the officials are discussing something. And Evenham is going to inbound it underneath his own basket. It's Alston and a whistle, and he got it into Alston. Alston sent it right back to Evenham, but he was not in bounds yet, and that turns the ball back over to the Marauders. Marauders have a chance to extend their lead. There's Clarkson. Clarkson gets it into the front court. Clarkson goes right side. Being guarded double team now. Picked up the ball. Now gets to Montford. Montford, top of the key. Fires up a three. In and out. Rebound comes down to Andrews. Andrews will get it to Olmert. Olmert to Andrews. Now over to the left side. Goes to Olmert. Olmert will bring it back out again. Evenham has the ball knocked out of bounds by Montford. And it's going to stay with the Maroon Tigers right in front of their bench. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 14:06 remaining in the game. Marauders leading it by three, 40-37. This is one of those games where Morehouse may have took them for granted. The ball comes in. It goes over to Olmert out near midcourt. Goes over to the left side to Andrews. Down low to Alston. Alston's going to drive the lane. Ball batted out of bounds. Nice job by Reeves. It's not going to happen on his watch as he knocks it out of bounds. Abenham will inbound it. Will inbound it for the Maroon Tigers. Ball comes all the way out to Olmert. Olmert to Alston. Alston's going to try and drive the lane, puts it up, and can't get it to go. Rebound comes down, and it's going to be batted out of bounds by Olmert. And it's going to be Central State ball with 13:48 left. 13:48 remaining here in the game. Marauders lead it by 3, and they have the ball. Ball comes into Clarkson. Clarkson being pressured by Olmert as he gets it across the timeline. Clarkson goes over to the right side, hands off to Monfort. Monfort back over to Clarkson. Monfort now has it right side of the elbow. Now here's Crutcher to Olmert. Olmert's going to try and drive the lane, but he's going to be fouled first by Alston. That'll be his second, team's second. So Clarkson will inbound it underneath the Central State basket. 9 seconds on the shot clock. I think they're trying to reset it to 20 seconds, and so the Marauders will have it with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 13:20 to go in this contest. Ball comes in. Crutcher fires up a 3. Got it! Crutcher, 3 threes here in this second half, and it's a 6-point lead for the Marauders, 43-37. Ball taken away by Reeves. Reeves gets it to Monfort. Monfort has the ball batted away. Here comes the Olmert. Olmert's going to drive the lane, puts it up and in. Quickly up court comes Clarkson. Clarkson stops, gets it down low to Reeves. Shot a little too hard. Rebound comes down to the Maroon Tigers. Shot goes up and in by Ebenham. And it's now 43-37. So 12:40 left. There was a problem with the clock, or with the scoring. 43-41, I think, is the score. Now both teams are at their respective benches, as coming into the game will be Termel Gooden, as Andrews will sit down. So running the clock down. And there's 12:31 left on the clock. It's a 2-point lead for the Marauders, 43-41. At least I believe that's what the score is. They have it 43-37, and the Marauders, they trailed at the half, 33-26. They've outscored Morehouse 17-8 here in this second half. So they're still trying to they're messing with the clock right now. See, they have it on the clock, 43-37. It's 43-41. There we go. Now it's on the clock. 12:41 left, as the Maroon Tigers will have the ball going from right, or the Marauders will have the ball going from right to left, dressed in their gold jerseys with white numbers and maroon trim. So the Marauders will have the ball. They led by as much as 6 points here in the second half. 43-37. Now the Marauders will have it right in front of the scores table here. Tom Johnson will inbound it right in front of us, with 12:41 remaining in the game. Ball comes into Clarkson. Clarkson will bring it across the line. Clarkson into the front court. Goes over to the right side. Being hounded there by Evenham. Clarkson, now a little spin move. Tried to get it down low, or tried to get it to somebody, and it was kicked away. There's Evenham. Into the corner it goes. Now back out to Evenham. Evenham down low to Alston. Alston puts it up and can't get it to go. Rebound comes down. Picked up by the Maroon Tigers. There's Olmert out right side of the elbow, or left side of the elbow. Ball goes down low to Walker. Back out top to Olmert. Olmert's going to drive to the left side of the lane. Back over to Walker. Walker fires up a three. Got it to go. And the Maroon Tigers take a 1-point lead. 44-43. Johnson into the front court. Goes left side. Drives the lane. Puts it up. And no, he does not put it up. Here's Oliver. Oliver is going to drive now. He loses it. Picked up by the Maroon Tigers. Here comes Evenham. Evenham. A little bit out of control, but he gets control of it. Over to the near side, it comes to Olmert. Olmert's going to drive the lane, puts it up, a little scoop shot, gets it to fall. 8 points for Olmert, and it's a 3-point lead for the Maroon Tigers. Johnson gets it across. Over to Oliver for three, goes up, no good. Rebound taken away. Here come the Maroon Tigers. Alston's going to drive the lane, taken away by Crutcher. Crutcher's coming up the left side. He's going to drive to the left side of the lane. Now brings it back out. Dishes down low to Witt. Witt puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound batted out. Picked up by the Maroon Tigers. As Olmert gets it across the line. 10:43 left in the first and second half. 46-43 is our score. The Maroon Tigers have scored the last 9 points to take that 3-point lead. Here's Walker. Walker over to the far side it goes. Evenham kicks it back out. Shot goes up and no good, and a shot clock violation. I couldn't see. The coach was in the way. I couldn't see anything that was going on. So timeout on the court with 10:20 remaining here in the second half. It's the Maroon Tigers 46 and the Central State Marauders 43. Back after this.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today.
46-43. Morehouse leading it with 10:20 remaining in the contest. I'll bet you they didn't think the Marauders were going to give them much of a game, but I tell you what, these guys are scrappy bunch for the Marauders. They played some good teams in exhibition season. Played IUPUI, Notre Dame, and Eastern Michigan. Inbound comes to Johnson. Johnson gets past Kendall Walker. Walker knocks it away from behind. Here comes Alston. Alston's going to drive the lane and slam it home. Alston 12 points on the night, and it's back to a 5-point lead with 10 minutes remaining. Montford will bring it up. Evenham all over him. Shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Evenham. He'll get it over to Walker, Kendall Walker, to the right side. It goes over to the left side, Evenham. He's going to drive the lane. Kicks back out to Walker. Walker fires up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down. Ball picked up by Terrell Gooden. Here comes Kendall Walker directing traffic. coming over to the right side. They're going over to the left side into the corner to even them. Down low to Alston. Alston's going to be fouled from behind by Malik Fisher. That'll be his second, team's fourth. That's going to send Alston to the line to shoot two. Alston on the year, a 49% free throw shooter, and this is the first one. Reeves back into the game for Central State, and Devontae Butler back into the game for Morehouse. They lead it by 5 with 9:23 left. Alston gets the ball back. Here's the shot, goes up, and no good. Rebound comes down to Reeves. Reeves will kick it over to Monfort. Monfort clears everybody out and will bring it up himself. Into the front court he comes. Now drives right side of the lane, kicks it over into the corner. Glassby for three, got it! Glassby has 7 points, and it's 48-46. Maroon Tigers. Into the front court comes Kendall Walker. Walker. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes down, and the ball comes over to the near side. Now Walker will set up the offense right in front, or on the far side. He's being guarded there by Johnson. Into the corner it goes. Shot goes up off the glass and in by Devontae Butler. That makes it 48-46, or 50-46. Bank was open and he deposited the 2 points there. Here's Monfort into the front court. Monfort gets a nice pick by Reeves. Reeves wide open, they did not get him the ball. Here's Monfort. Now he's going to pick up this dribble to Crutcher. Crutcher's going to drive the lane, loses it, picks it back up again, and it goes out of bounds as Tremel Gooden carried it out of bounds. Coming into the game will be Bernard Cherestal, with Alston sitting down. Johnson inbounds it. Shot goes up, no good, and a whistle and a foul. Looks like Crutcher's going to go for two. Foul's going against Gooden. That'll be his first, team's third. So Crutcher will go to the line to shoot two. Crutcher has yet to go to the line tonight. First shot goes up and in. Crutcher on the year, a 59.3% free throw shooter. Gets the ball back again. Shot goes up and rolls around. This time it goes in, and it's 50-48. Into the front court comes Gooden. He'll get it back. He'll get it to Walker. Kendall Walker goes left side. Walker. Little spin move. Shot goes up and in. Kendall Walker. His first two of the night, and it's 52-48. Full court. 5-second violation as the Maroon Tigers had a full court pressure and a timeout called on the court with 7:46 remaining in the contest. It's the Maroon Tigers 52 and the Marauders 48 back after this.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
Here we go. As Maroon Tigers will have it underneath their own basket. Tremel Gooden will inbound it for the for them, for the Maroon Tigers. Ball comes in. Shot by Walker, no good, and foul on the Marauders. Foul's going against Montford. That'll be his third. Team's fifth. Once again, Gooden will inbound it underneath his own basket. Ball comes in all the way out near midcourt to Kendall Walker. Walker will come over, gets it over to the other Walker. Now here's Butler. Butler drives the lane, kicks it back out. Gets it over to James Walker. Now over to Kendall. Kendall Walker. Shot for three. Got it. Full court pressure by the Maroon Tigers. They lead it by 7, 55-48 with 7:19 left. As Crutcher will inbound it for the Marauders. Ball comes in. It's knocked out of bounds. Or no, saved by Walker. And the Maroon Tigers have it back again. So the pressure is kind of bothering the Marauders. Kendall Walker goes over to the left side. He's going to kick it into the corner to Butler. Butler kicks it out to Walker. Walker over to the near side to James Walker. He fires up a three and drains it. And the ball taken away as the pressure is really bothering the Marauders. 58-48. They've scored the last 8 points. Walker kicks it over to the far side. Shot by Butler for three, no good. And now the Maroon Tigers are just outplaying. Shot blocked by the Marauders, and they whistle at a foul. And it's going to be a foul on Tremel Gooden. That'll be his second, team's fourth. Full court pressure by the Marauders. A 10-point lead, which was once just a 2-point lead. Ball comes into Crutcher. Crutcher on the move, up the left side. Crutcher drives. Now drives the lane, kicks it back out to Reeves for three. No good. Rebound, Gillespie, and he's fouled. No, I take that back. Gillespie's going to be called for the foul. That'll be his fourth. And the team's sixth. Alston back into the game for the Maroon Tigers. 6:19 left as Martin Oliver getting set to come back in for the Marauders. Going over to the left side is Walker. Kendall Walker brings it back out, gets it over to Alston. Now here's Butler. Butler's going to drive the lane. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Johnson. And now Oliver in, Gillespie out with 6 minutes remaining in the contest. A 10-point lead for the Maroon Tigers. Maroon Tigers put that pressure on. Ball comes into Kendall Walker. James Walker. Now they set it out to Kendall. Kendall coming over to the right side. Now it goes over to the left side. Drives the lane, kicks it back out to James. He fires up a three and drains it with time running out. They are just nailing the threes right now, and it's 61-48. Montfort drives, no good. Rebound, Witt puts it back in, or Reeves puts it back up and in, and it's 61-50. Marauders need to stop the threes. Here's Walker. Walker goes over to the far side to Butler. Back out top to Walker. Over to the near side to James Walker. Down low it goes to Alston. Alston puts it up. Count the basket and one. Foul's going against Reeves. That'll be his second, team seventh. So they're going to be in the they're going to be in the bonus from here on out, as Alston's going to get the and one. Alston 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Alston's shot goes up and rolls around and through. 15 points for Alston, and it's a 14-point lead. As Johnson has the ball for the Marauders. Johnson's going to drive right side, drives the lane, kicks it over to Oliver. Oliver puts it up and in. 7 points for Oliver, and it's down to a 12-point lead for Morehouse. Comes Walker, he loses it, and he's over and back. They say, Kendall Walker said it hit off of Johnson, but it did not. As Walker sits down and Olmert comes back in. Marauders have a chance to cut into this lead, bring it down to single digits if possible with a 3. Here's Johnson into the front court. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 4:34 remaining in the game. Johnson, left side, is going to drive the lane. And a whistle and a foul going against Olmert. Olmert picks up his second foul. 5th on the team. Johnson will inbound it underneath his own basket. Got to get the ball in, and he loses it to Butler. Butler into the front court. Butler will bring it back out and give it to Olmert. Olmert will set up the offense with 4:20 left in the contest. A 12-point lead, but that game's been closer than the score is indicated right now. Here's Olmert, drives the lane, puts it up and in. 10 points for Olmert, 66-52. Johnson gets it into the front court. Johnson kicks it down low. Shot goes up and in by Crutcher. And timeout called by the Marauders. And it's a full timeout. We're going to take a timeout too. Be right back after this timeout. You're listening to the Central State Marauders on the Gem City Sports Network.
Oh, hi. Right now, I'm getting a remarkably heartfelt bear hug from Smokey Bear. Thanks, big guy. Now, if you could let me down. See, I made sure there were no low-hanging branches when I set up my campfire. And before we left, I drowned out my campfire, stirred it, drowned it out again, then made sure it was cold. Visit SmokeyBear.com to learn tips to prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit ProfilerPerformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
.353 remaining here in this one. It's a 12-point lead for the Maroon Tigers. 66-54. And the Maroon Tigers will have it 94 feet away. James Walker will inbound it. A little bit of pressure by Martin Oliver. They get the ball into Olmert. Olmert into the front court, being hounded there by Oliver. Olmert will bring it back out. Now gets it over to Walker. Now over and goes to Gooden. Back to Olmert. Olmert left side. Now drives middle of the lane. Back over to Butler on the left side. Drives baseline. Dishes puts it away, and it's going to belong to the Marauders as it went out of bounds off of one of the Maroon Tigers. And we have a timeout on the court, the final media timeout of this game. With the score 66-54, Marauders will have the ball. Back after this.
Become a donor and believer in the mission of Central State University. Help CSU thrive for years to come. To learn more, go to www.csubelievers.com. Our new funding website is safe, easy to use, and can be easily accessed from any mobile device. Visit www.csubelievers.com. Become a CSU believer today. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is the only wish-granting organization in the region granting wishes to local children who are battling for their life against a life-threatening illness. Founded in 1983, a Special Wish Foundation has granted over 1,700 wishes. Find out more about a Special Wish Foundation and how you can help make a very special wish come true. Call 937-223-WISH or log on to aspecialwishdayton.org. A Special Wish Foundation Dayton is a recognized 501c3, and all funds raised stay within the local community to support local children.
Back here at Beacom Lewis Gym, 66-54, Marauders have the ball. They trail it with 3:28 left as Martin Oliver inbounded underneath right in front of the Maroon Tiger bench, and he gets it into Montford. Montford into the front court. Clock running. They got to get some threes. And hand off to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive the lane. Dishes down low to Oliver. Oliver gets the roll around the rim a couple of times, and it's Oliver has 9 points. Alston, they get the ball back to Olmert. 66-56, a 10-point lead. Ball goes over to the left side. Ball comes back out now to Olmert. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Olmert comes over to the right side, and now goes over to the left side, top of the key. Now back out to Walker. Walker's going to drive, stop at the free throw line, gets it out to Andrews for three. Got it. 8 points for Andrews. And 69-56. The Maroon Tiger bench thought Johnson carried it. Now Reeves will hand off to Crutcher. Crutcher's going to drive. Just to Reeves again. Puts it up and in. Reeves, nice basket by Reeves. He's got 10 points, and it's 69-58. 2:13 left. Ball comes. Olmert was almost over and back, but they didn't call it. Now to the near side comes to Andrews. Andrews kicks it in down low. Shot to Alston, and it's out of bounds off of Whitfield, or off of Gooden. And turns the ball back over to the Marauders. They've got to capitalize on this. Try and get a three if they can. Montford into the front court. Gets it to Reeves. Reeves. Now they move the ball over to Montford. They got to get a shot up. Ball down low. Pass is intercepted by Alston, and he'll hand it off to Olmert, and that's probably going to do it. But the Marauders knew that they could play with this team. They could play a good game. Here's Olmert being guarded there by Oliver. Olmert drives right side, hands off to Walker. Walker to Andrews. Andrews to Olmert. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and he loses it. Olmert loses it out of bounds. He thought it was pushed out by the Marauders, but it wasn't. Oliver gets it to Johnson. They got to move the ball. They got to get some points here. Johnson's going to drive the lane, puts it up, and he's fouled. He went down to the court hard. Foul's going against Terrell Gooden. That'll be his third, team's sixth. And that's going to send Tom Johnson to the line to shoot two. Johnson on the year is a 57.7% free throw shooter. Johnson is 15 of 26. First shot goes in and out.
Just on occasion?
I don't know what that was all about. They made the first one. 69-59 with 1 minute remaining in this contest. Johnson, second shot, goes up and in and out. Rebound comes down to Alston, and they loses it, and it goes out of bounds off of Martin Oliver as the ball was knocked away by Montford. Oliver tried to save it from going out of bounds, but did not do so. So 58 seconds left on the clock. Alston will inbound it. Alston gets it into Andrews. Andrews will get it back to Alston. Alston to the right side into the corner. Goes now ball back out of play, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Maroon Tigers. 50.1 seconds left. They will inbound it right in front of me. As Abaddon will inbound it. Ball comes into Andrews. Andrews will hold on to it. 17 seconds left. Ebenham has it out near midcourt, and a whistle and a foul. Going against Montford, that'll be his fourth, team's eighth. So that'll send Shabazi Ebenham to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. He is a 73% free throw shooter. He's got 4 points and misses it. And it's picked up by the Marauders. Quickly up court comes Crutcher. Crutcher cross court over to Oliver. They got to shoot it. They can't be passing the ball around. They've got to shoot it. The ball comes down the lane. Kicks it back out. Oliver fakes one. Now drives the lane. Puts it up. A little scoop shot. No good. And it's out of bounds off of Alston. And it's going to stay with the Marauders underneath their basket. But they only have 12 seconds left on the game, on the shot clock. Tremel Gooden back into the game for the Maroon Tigers. 25.6 seconds left. Johnson gets it in to Oliver. Oliver. Shot goes up and in. Oliver gets 2 more points. He's got 11 on the night. And it's an 8-point lead for the Maroon Tigers, a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Coming up tomorrow night on the Gem City Sports Network, we'll be at Wayne High School for boys high school basketball as they will take on the Miamisburg Vikings at 7:30. Then on Wednesday night, we'll be at Butler High School with the Tippecanoe Red Devils. Ladies will take on the Butler Lady Aviators. And then on Thursday night at Greenon High School with the Greenon Knights will take on the Lady Trojans of Southeastern. And then on Friday night, boys basketball, Middletown Madison at Milton Union. And finally, it'll be the Wayne Warriors hosting the Northmont Thunderbolts in girls action on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. All the other games start at 7:30. So I have it for you right here on radio1.gemcitysports.com. And then we take a break. There we go. As Walker will inbound it, gets it into Andrews. And a whistle on the foul going against Tom Johnson. That'll be Tom's second, team's ninth. That'll send Andrews to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 with 19.9 seconds left. Andrews is 0 for 1 from the line tonight. 69-61. Morehouse leading it. First shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes down to Crutcher. Crutcher loses it. Gets it back again. He's got to move it. Ball taken away, and that's going to do it as Gooden is going to hold on to it. And the final score is going to be 69-61 in favor of Morehouse. But they had a tough time of it. We're going to take a break. Be back with the coach's comments after this timeout. You're listening to Central State Marauder Basketball on your home for Marauder Athletics, Gem City Sports Network.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and if you think I'm just going to keep ticking away, you're wrong. I can quit whenever I want, but I like my job. Just treat me better. Maybe we can do some exercise on occasion? After all, we're in this together.
Don't let your heart quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Profiler Performance Products is an all-American manufacturer of racing cylinder heads and intake manifolds. From two-time Drag Week winner Jeff Lutz to the winningest bracket champions like Disco Dean Karn, Profiler Performance has become the overwhelming choice of drag racing's best-known name. Profiler Performance offers the absolute best bolt-on performance for cylinder heads and intake, utilizing their own in-house custom casting and CNC machining. For more information, visit profilerperformance.com or find them on Facebook. Profiler Performance, they make power they haven't even used yet.
$69-61 is your final score. The Maroon Tigers winning
Become
it.
a donor and believer in the mission of
Maroon Tigers winning it. They improved to 9-1 on the year. And the Central State Marauders lose, and they are now 1-10 on the year. We're going to have a conversation with Coach Price. Unofficially, Robert Andrews had 8 points. Shabaze Abenham had 4 points. James Walker, 12 points. Michael Olmert had 10 points. Kendall Walker had 11 points, all in the second half. Cairo Whitfield had 5 points. Tremel Gooden had 2 points. $15 points for Omar Alston, and Devontae Butler had 2 points. So for the Marauders, Tom Johnson had 3 points. Martin Oliver had 11. Orion Monford 8 points. Quentin Glaspie had 7. Dorian Crutcher had 20 points. Stacy Witt had 2. Michael Reeves had 10. So we're waiting on the official stats as they are coming over. And we will have those for you here in just a minute. So, your final score once again, 69-61 Morehouse. So, we'll be talking to Coach here. Coach, tough loss, but it was you guys were in it all the way.
Yeah, we were right there. This is another game where we just really beat ourselves, I think, and tip our hats off to Coach Brewer and his staff, and they came in here and took care of business. We didn't do the little things once again. As you mentioned, we was right there and even took the lead.
Yeah.
And when we had the lead, we didn't convert on a couple opportunities, and that hurts. That's where we're a young team. We're a young team, and we have to convert when we force turnovers, and we have to convert when we get offensive rebounds. And so, we just gave them, they dominated the glass on us, and we turned the ball over too many times. 26 turnovers, for 52 points. We can't win giving teams 52 points, and then we lose by 8 points. So, it's unfortunate, but those are the growing pains of a team that is still growing, and we're playing a bunch of young kids, and we're putting a lot of pressure on Dorian Crutcher, who we challenged him, the last couple of days to step up and make shots and play more aggressive and play with confidence, and he did that today, scoring 20 points, 6 rebounds, and he stepped up there, made his 2 free throws, 2 for 2, but more important, he was 7 for 9.
From
and so from the field, and 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. So that's a positive thing that we can grow from. We had Martin Oliver came off the bench, 5 for 10 for 11 points, and he's been trying to find his rhythm. And we just needed more added support from those guys. But hey, Morehouse came in and took care of business. We held Austin to 17 points, and he shot the ball 8 for 20, and so we just didn't take advantage of that. And then they had 19 turnovers for possible 38 points, and that hurts us when we don't convert. But 15 points out of those possible 38. So, between that and giving them 21 offensive rebounds for possible 42 points, that's tough when we only scored 9 when we give them those extra opportunities.
Yeah, it looked like right there after you got that 6-point lead, they started putting the pressure on you, Did that pressure bother you guys a lot?
Well, I mean, it's amazing because since I've been here, we've never had 26 turnovers in our 5 years. So it's a lack of confidence and a lack of paying attention to detail. They pressed us, and we weren't really ready, and we weren't patient enough with the ball to make sure that we're cutting hard to the open gaps so we can push the ball up the floor. So we made a lot of bonehead mistakes, and we'll watch film. But I loved our energy today. I thought we had a lot of positive things today. And so we just needed that little extra to get over the hump, and we didn't have it. But we'll work over that over the break and try to regroup. I think we all need a little break, and hopefully Santa Claus will be good to us.
Really.
So when we come back second semester, we'll be ready to play and ready to commit to the little things.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know, you guys really look good. Even though you lost, you look good, even though the 26 turnovers and so forth. But I don't think they were ready for you guys. I don't think Morehouse was ready for you guys.
Well, I mean, I don't think that, they knew that we was going to come out and fight really hard. They're a great offensive rebounding team, and so they stuck to who they are as a program. They've always been strong on the offensive glass, and that's what kept them in the game. We gave them an extra 21 opportunities when they have 21 offensive rebounds, and they scored 34 points out of 52. So, that's pretty much where they really hurt us at. We just gave them too many offensive rebounds. But the main factor of the game, we turned the ball over 26 times for a possible 52 points, and they scored 34 points off our turnovers. That was the difference of the game.
I'm sure you'll be working on that after the Christmas break.
Yes, we will. And we'll watch film. I think it gets draining and kind of frustrating. When you're 1-10 and 0-6 and you're missing key players. So, but we'll continue to play hard and stick together as a team and fight like Marauders fight.
Yeah, you got a trip to Goshen, Indiana on the 28th. Yes. And then down to Payne and Benedict after that. So
yeah,
you get a non-league game, and then you go right into back into the league play again.
Yeah, and those are possible wins.
Right.
If we played this away, there's no doubt that we'll go down and beat Goshen, and then go on down and beat Payne and Benedict. If we play with this type of energy and effort, and then cut out our turnovers. And then cut down on giving 21 offensive rebounds. So, those are the two areas. We can't give up second shots, and we can't turn the ball over 26 times. So, we'll address that and take care of the ball better, and hopefully we can clear our mind and get a break and enjoy our families at home and come back ready to go to beat Goshen on the 28th.
You'll be back here on the 7th of January, so I won't see you till then.
Yeah.
So I want to wish you and the guys Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy your family and your time off.
That's head coach Joseph Price, and we'll be back with the final totals well, let's just go ahead and do them now. Then we can get out of here. For the Morehouse Maroon Tigers, Robert Andrews had 8 points. Michael Olmert had 12. Cairo Whitfield 5. Tremel Gooden had 2. Omar Alston had 17 to lead the Maroon Tigers. Shabazi Abenham, he had 4 points. James Walker had 16. Kendall Walker 5 for a total of 69. They were 30 of 70 from the field for 42.9%, 7 of 19 from three-point range, and 2 of 9 from the free throw line. For the Central State Marauders, Tom Johnson had 3 points. Orion Monfort had 8. Quentin Gillespie had 7. Dorian Crutcher led the team with 20 points. Michael Reeves had 10 points. Randall Clarkson did not score. Martin Oliver had 11 points, and Stacy Witt had 2 points for a total of 61. 24 of 52 for 46.2% from the field. 9 of 24 from three-point range for 37.5%, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So not a lot of free throws tonight for either team. 15, 6 for 15 from the line for both teams. Rebounds, like Coach said, they were out-rebounded 42-31. 21 each on offensive and defensive rebounds for the Maroon Tigers. The Marauders had 10 offensive rebounds and 21 defensive rebounds. 26 turnovers, and that was a telling tale for the game. 26 turnovers for the Central State Marauders and 19 for Morehouse. So the Marauders will take a quick break for Christmas, and then they will resume play on the 28th when they travel over to Goshen, Indiana, and then back into league play on the 31st at Payne and the 2nd at Benedict. So, this is Doug Brown saying so long from Beacon Lewis Gym, and since we won't be back here until the 7th, we want to wish all the Marauder fans a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you all for your support. We really appreciate you.
So, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you back here on the 7th, and let's pack this place.
Absolutely.
Let's pack this place, and because once it's packed, these guys, that energy just goes a little bit higher.
Absolutely.
So we will talk to you on January the 7th. So this is Doug Brown saying so long. Once again, your final score. The Morehouse Maroon Tigers 69, Central State 61. This has been a presentation of the Gem City Sports Network, your source for local sports in the Miami Valley, the Gem City Sports Network. Good night, everyone.